Hello everyone, so Urvashi ma'am is back. First of all, I really want to apologize for not being here for a very long time, but I promise that I'm going to be regular here now onwards. Okay, so let's talk about today's video. So today's video, I have made two videos, which is a series of video for the skills that are absolutely necessary for you to acquire if you really want to stand out in life. And why have I made these videos? Because I know that you all have started with your summer vacations, right? And if you haven't started yet, I'm sure that in a few days you will start off with your summer vacations. Now, most of the children, they don't know how to make a very effective use of their summer vacations. I know that you get a lot of homework from the school, and then you have a lot of plans for yourself, that maybe you have a family vacation planned out, or you want to watch movies, or you want to hang out with friends, a lot of chilling out, right? It's perfectly all right, do all of that. But see, if you really want to stand out, do something different than others, then a little bit of time you can definitely make to practice the skills that are absolutely necessary, that when you're going to come out of the school, when you will actually go to the real world, those skills, they matter so much, right? And in fact, if you're able to acquire them, if you're able to know about them first, yeah, and then you start practicing them, those skills will definitely help you in your school life as well. Yeah, the where you are right now in your school, right? Remember, this video is for the teenagers, right? So I'm talking to all of you. So for this topic, I have made two separate videos. Why? Because the skills, they are divided, they are of two types, right? One is the hard skills. Now, hard skills are job specific. So when you get into the job, the kind of skills that you need to complete your work, right? The work that you are getting into, those are job specific. So you need to perform them at a certain job that you choose for yourself. Then the other type of skills, they are known as the soft skills. Now, soft skills, they portray the kind of behavior that you portray in different kind of situations, in office, in your home, whenever you are alone with people. How do you interact with them, and what is your attitude towards life in total, in a whole, right? So that is what we call soft skills. And I feel that even before hard skills, everybody should be taught soft skills, but unfortunately you are not learning them. You are not learning them anywhere. Okay, so once I start mentioning them, you will understand that you are actually not learning them. So I have made some notes over here for myself, and I'm going to be discussing both soft skills and hard skills for you. But in this video, I will talk about the soft skills that you can make some time for yourself and start practicing them, so that by the time your vacations end, you have something to look forward to, something that you're already practicing, and something that you can put to test after your vacations have gotten over and you have started with your school once again, right? So there are so many soft skills out there, so many that are absolutely must for everybody. But then I have taken out the 5 topmost ones, right? And if you want more, I can give you more later. But then right now, let's discuss these 5 soft skills that are absolutely necessary for you. I will also talk about that from where and how can you learn them, right? So let's start off with the first one. I will see, for the very first one is being assertive. Being assertive is like, if you believe in something, you should talk it out. That is not at all counted as arrogant. It's just that if you believe in something, if your values, the kind of values that you hold in yourself, and if something wrong is happening in front of you, then you got to stand up and speak. Now, for that you need to develop certain perspective, develop a point of view. Now, how do you develop a point of view? How do you develop perspective? Now, if for the children of class 6th, 7th, 8th who study the different kinds of views in mathematics, if you remember, there's a top view, the back view, the front view, side view, all those views. So I was just thinking the other day while teaching the children that, this is nothing. This topic is just teaching you how to is a problem, and how to look at a problem from different perspectives, different views, right? So those views you can develop only when you are able to expose your mind to different books, different podcasts. Podcast is nothing but just a lot of nice, great, amazing information that you get from the people who have actually practiced these virtues, practiced these skills, and they have really made it big into their life. There are so many podcasts out there. If you type the word popular podcast, you'll be able to hear a lot of them, right? So it's just and you read a books. If you're not into reading books, because I know that everybody does not like reading books, but you should read books. You should get into a habit of reading books. But if you don't, then if you are more of a mobile person, more of a audio person, right, in that case you can always choose to go to podcast, because when you listen to other people's point of view, their perspective, their attitude towards life, that is when you actually think and you reflect that what I believe in, what I value, and what that person is saying, what is the difference between the two of us. And that is where you understand that that is why the reason the person has done something big in his or her life, and that's what I also need to adopt. I need to change, or maybe if not change, I can just experiment. So when you have a set of values that you develop in yourself after you expose your mind to different books and podcasts and all those things, if you're into biographies and autobiographies, very good, right? Because you get to learn so much about people who have made it really big into their life, and that's how you are able to develop new point of view. And then when you are confident of what you have learned, and if somebody is saying something wrong in front of you, or something wrong is happening in front of you, maybe nobody is taking action, but you get up and you talk and you speak, right? So that is also a skill. Now most of you will say that this is not a skill, but let me tell you, this is one thing that most of the children, they lack. They don't have it. They don't have the audacity to get up and talk, right? So you need to develop that in yourself, and that is a skill, being assertive. And for that you need to have a point of view. You need to have an opinion, because most of the people, they do not have an opinion because they have never really thought about it. They don't have the awareness that something like this also exists. There can be a different way of looking at problems, looking at life, and looking at anything that you are doing in your life, right? Number one, being assertive. Do try that. Next is setting goals and developing a plan. Now this is another thing that you are never taught in the school, I would say, because you never have goals, right? What is your goal? I want to score these many marks in this. But then have you ever developed a plan for that? And have you ever worked towards that plan? Yeah. So when you know that you want to achieve something in life, and this is something that you need to practice forever, that you will practice forever, even if when you grow up and you get into a college, then to that college is your goal, then coming out of the college, getting a job, that is the goal. And if you want to start something of your own, then building that up, that is the goal. And then every goal comes with certain action steps that you write down, and then you act on those steps one at a time. So that is what we call setting goals and making a plan and executing the plan, that's what they say. So one by one you achieve your goals, you keep climbing the ladder up, and that's how you move forward in life. So goal setting, you won't believe, but goal setting these days, so many people, they have these courses on goal setting, and people are actually taking those courses because they know that they were not taught this skill in the school, right? So it's a very, if you want me to teach that to you, please do mention in comments and I will come up with a course for you. Then next is coping with failures. Very important. You know that everybody fails. You have seen that, right? In your school itself, you have seen that many a times you have to face failures. And trust me, everybody, even the adults, I have faced failures in life so many times, right? Doesn't mean that you give up. But there are two kinds of people I need to talk about. The very first kind of people, they experience certain kind of failures and then they give up. They feel that now nothing will happen. And the second type of people, they face failure, they reflect back that why did they fail, what mistakes did they make, along the way, and then they learn from the mistakes, because it is perfectly okay to make mistakes, and then they move forward, right? So coping with failures is one very important skill that you need to learn. In fact, if you are able to learn this skill, you might be able to help so many people around you who are not very motivated in their lives because they have failed, right? So even your classmates, right? So if you're able to acquire this skill, that it's okay. I know so many children have given board exams. Now this might happen that maybe the marks that you had expected in certain subject, you are not able to score those marks. It's perfectly all right. Okay, it's perfectly all right. Although I will not count it as failure, but still, if you count it as failure, you need to find out that what are the mistakes that happen, and you need to tell yourself that you will not make those mistakes again. That's perfectly fine, right? So that's how it is, coping with failures, right? And the last one, second last actually, I know the video is going to be a little longer, 15 minutes maybe, but it's okay, bear with me. Then the second one, I would say the second last would be time management. Time management. Even if you're having your vacations, you need to get up in the morning and you need to decide that what the top 3 tasks that you're going to achieve in this day. Finish those 3 tasks and then chill. Do whatever you wish to do, but then finish those 3 tasks. Have a calendar for yourself. Always have a calendar for yourself, and in which you have your entire schedule ready, because you're a very, very busy person. I know that the school going children, nobody has a busier schedule than them. Right? They have a very busy schedule. You do a lot of work, I do understand. You do a lot of studies, and then it's very difficult to make time for the activities that you find joyful, you find fun. So if you're able to manage your time really well, if you take care of every single minute, if you take care of every single hour, where is it going, if you know that, right, then it will be very easy for you to make time for the activities that you find joyful, you find fun, right, and then do them along with your studies, not even compromising with your studies or academics, right? So do learn time management. In fact, there are so many courses out there on time management as well, and if you want me to come up with a course, please do mention in the comment section. I'll come up with more videos and maybe even a course for you for the same, right? And then the last of all, I am there is financial knowledge as well. I did write it as one of the top 5 points, but then because financial knowledge is something that I feel that should be taught to every single child. I'm just talking about it in a very brief manner. You should know the savings, expenditure, and all those things, that where to invest. Now, I'm not saying go and learn stocks, but then yeah, if you think that you have an inclination for that, financial inclination, you can start. There are so many courses floating out there on financial knowledge, but the basic knowledge of how to manage finance, you must have. Now you will say that, ma'am, I'm not earning money, but maybe you have a pocket money, right? And even if you're not earning money, even if you're not getting pocket money, but still you should know that your parents' money is a hard-earned money, and how is it going, how is it being spent. You should be aware of that, so that when you start earning your money, you don't have to learn it, you have already acquired it. But in my list, the last point and the most important of all was meditation. Yeah, you know that I always talk about meditation. I'm a huge fan of this skill, because meditation is a skill, everybody can't do it. This is why you need to spend a lot of time. Yeah, a lot of time. By a lot of time, I mean not sitting in a single sitting, not 1 hour, but yeah, a number of days over the week or over the months. You need to practice, and that is when you're able to acquire the skill, when you're able to focus your mind, calm down your mind, right? And it's very important, children, by the time you grow up in another 10 years, 15 years, when you get into jobs, or when you start something of your own, at that point of time, world is already moving very fast, and at that point you can't even imagine what the situation would be. So it would be very important for you to to know the skill, how to calm your mind down, how to focus better, right? And how to be relaxed and chilled out, even if things are not working out around you, right? How to beat the stress, all those things. So I think, for me, I strongly believe that meditation is only medicine. It really works wonders. right? So those were the 5. In fact, I shared 6 with you. I won't say that go and learn all 6 of them. I would every day say that learn meditation first, but you can choose 2 or 3 of them and make time for them. These skills, they won't take much of your time, even if you're giving like 1 hour every day, not to every each one of those, half an hour every day. Still, after your vacations get over, 15-20 days later or a month later, you will find yourself in a different space. I promise you that. But trust me, these are the skills which I discussed with you. Most of the children out there, 90% I believe, they lack these skills. But these skills, they are so important for you. You can't stress enough on them, right? They're so important for you, because when you grow up, I know that you are going to need all of them to stand out, right? The next part of the video, it's lined up next, and it's a part 2 where I am talking about the hard skills that you need. So the top 5 hard skills according to me that you will need. So please do watch that video when that gets published, and till that time, take care of yourself. I will see you in the next video. Thank you for watching. Please do share with your friends if you think that they need this, and bye bye. Take care of yourselves. Thank you.